YouTube, this is TheEricVolpe, and it's time to get dangerous in our Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. The first thing I gotta say is, if any of you have ever lifted, have you ever deadlifted? And if so, like, is it natural for your shoulders to get, like, ridiculously stiff at the end? I don't know, leave that in comments if you know. It's just one of those things. So let's just get to it. Metagross versus Nadirite, obviously, you know, not a lot to be done. Thunder Waves, which I do find weird, maybe just because in the long run, knowing I'm going to set up rocks, she gets to set up her rocks. And then there's always a chance of the Power Axe. But I do have the Lomberry, because this is the 4th Gen Metagross. I think it's actually a really good Poke. I just never get to use it anymore, because Nadirite blows the shit out of it like this. I do go for the Meteor Mash, fishing for the attack boost, not gonna lie there. I was fishing, and nothing bit, so, yeah. So now she goes for a Thunder Wave. So now I'm like, okay, I can get some damage off. I mean, Self Rocks are now obvious. And I don't know what I do. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of an old battle, you know. So I believe I switch out. Yes, I do switch out like a smart person. And I do go into my Chandelure. If you haven't seen me use the Chandelure before, it's because really, it's an okay poke. I prefer Heatran. I mean, she does protect me again and goes for the Leech Seed, but at least now I scare her out, making it so she ain't getting her rocks up unless she fights for it. So knowing she's just going to switch in, knowing whatever she goes into is going to get some, it's probably going to resist whatever I go for. I go for the Overheat, and she overprotects, which is amazing, because now she never gets her rocks up, and that's one less turn of Leech Seed damage I have to take, because no Pokemon to sap me, which means I keep HP, which is good. So, yeah, that was probably the best case scenario there. The overprediction, I'm not going to comment on that. So, she goes into Chilachino, and I know the Rock Blast is coming. So, I switch out into Alphonse, my Metagross. Yeah, if you ever, like, remember my team, I have parts of it in here. Like, I remember my last battle, I had Edward in my other team, so yeah. So she misses Rock Blast and goes for the Tail Slap. I find that interesting, because I thought maybe she'd have Wake Up Slap. Whatever. So yeah, she hits all 5 times, and I was like, god damn, that did a lot. And I'm like, and you hit 5 times, so your choice band skill, what? So she's Life Orb, and I come to find on this turn that she is not skilling, she is Technician, and she just got really lucky. So, yeah, well, whatever. Not a major issue. Sorry, slept 4 hours, kinda tired. I have to narrate though. So yeah, I go for the Earthquake, just hoping it kills those, and I think it has some really paper-thin defenses. You know, Metagross, even when paralyzed, it's still a ridiculously strong poke. So, again, more of her over-prediction, I remember is coming up. She goes for the Rock Polish, as I go for, I believe, the Earthquake or the Meteor Mash. I believe I'm more partially going to the Earthquake because of accuracy, but I go for the Meteor Mash, and I get it, so that's lucky, because, you know, 20% chance to miss, and 30% chance to get paralyzed. And there's I believe the odds of that actually occurring and me getting everything is, I had a little over 0.5% chance of actually getting it. So now she goes in her Manchow. She goes for the U-turn. To be honest, I was really surprised that didn't kill. Wow, I just noticed I'm narrating at normal speed. You know, I just really noticed that. I'm gonna post this. Do you guys like it? Yes, no, or do you want a little sped up in the future? Yeah, just because it's getting late, I really don't have enough time to do an take. So yeah, my Metagross is causing way too much of an issue for her. I do get paralyzed, so my Meteor Mash doesn't go through, and she hits with the Hydro Pump. I was looking away when this happened, and that, you know, I was hoping there were specs, and so yeah. So I just didn't want to eat anything, maybe for being scarfed. But it's not big issues, and then I go into Rocky, and Rocky's like, I'm gonna punch you out. I'm gonna treat to you. I'm gonna do you what I did to Mike Tyson, bitch. And yeah, so that's a no-kill on the Ments, because Scarf Adam and Evire is the only viable Evire in my opinion. Motor Drive Evire is a little too situational in this metagame. So then she goes into Manchow, and I just switch out, not knowing an Ice Punch will kill from past experience, and hoping maybe she goes for the high jump kick, not wanting to overpredict, but she is playing very offensive, which is smart. You know, when you're losing. Sorry. Sorry. Man, you know, when you're losing, you're losing. You know, you gotta play offensive. You gotta predict. You know, when you're winning, you can afford to play defensive. You know, I knew losing my Sandal wouldn't be an issue. So I go into my Celebi forgetting about U-turn. Seriously, I just forgot about U-turn. And then I face I'm like, fuck U-turn. So I stay in, and I believe I just go for the Psychic. Yeah, I lived that with very little, but hey, I'm not gonna bitch. At least I lived it. X4 super effective. No defenseman investments in this thing. So I believe I go for the... What did I go for? What did I go for? Oh, I went for the Psychic, which is going to do neutral damage on the Cobalion. That's pretty decent damage. I'm not sure if I'm quicker or not, because, well, you know, Cobalion's quicker, but it might be a defensive variant. So instead of going for the Earth Power like a smart person, I go for the Psychic. I seem like I've done that before. Went for the wrong move. That's not a major issue, because looking at Psychic, it is a 3-hit KO, even after the Calm Mind. Earth Power would have been a 2-hit KO, but well, shit happens, you know, I made a mistake, and I almost paid for it. So I go for the Nasty Blood here, kind of predicting her to try a Calm Mind. Yeah, that was stupid on my part, just saying. Oh, she rests, though, which is kind of interesting, because I guess she was expecting to die. But I don't know why I even went for the Nasty Plot, because Manshow's left, he's the only poke left, and once she brings that in, it's gonna kill with the U-turn. You know, no matter how much I get my HP up. So yeah, Celebi loses its chance set, but she just over height. Which works really nicely for her. Oh my god, I gotta stop yawning. But now I go for the Earth Power. And now it's a +1 super effective Earth Power, you know. It's nothing to write home. It's, oh my god, I gotta stop using other people's sayings too. But yeah, it's a +2 super effective Earth Power, +1 if you want to get technical. If she goes for Focus Blast, I'm guessing because that's her only stab move. Excuse me. I don't know why she doesn't have the Flash Cannon. Personally, I think the Flash Cannon would have been much safer. You know, the miss is possible. You know, better, stronger, not resisted. So now I go into Big Hat, which, I love Big Hat. I don't even know why. I just love Big Hat. And she goes to the rest. As I go for, I believe, the Tailwind. Yes, I really wish the Tailwind got buff. I think it'd be a much better move if it got buffed to 5 turns. Like I think it should be. You know, I know a lot of people would be like, but dude, Tailwind's too broken. All your pokes get +2. Yeah, but I gave you a turn and all that stuff. So I go for the superpower here, hoping it kill. Like, I mean, Cobalion has amazing defense, and it's obviously max defense, bulky, max HP, bulky. But I was hoping, and it does a good amount of damage, you know, nothing to bitch about. And I also know at this point, I am definitely faster, and a Brave Bird will definitely kill. And now I have a good amount of HP left. I mean, now I have a decent amount of attack left, where I believe I can actually get the Manchow dead with a Brave Bird. But sadly, that is not the case, as I remember what happens next. She brings in the Manchow, she goes for the Fake Out, and she gets the flinch, and the Tailwind pans out that turn. So that really sucks. That kind of puts me in a tight position here. Tight position. Yeah. But I'm kind of tired. When I get tired, I become really bad prepared. So I go for the Sucker Punch here, just wanting some residual damage, knowing it's not going to be much, you know, but also knowing, hey, its defenses are amazing, and that'll make it so Evi can kill it off with the Wild Charge. And that was my main deal. She goes for the U-turn knowing it'll kill because Honchkrow doesn't have amazing defenses. I think Murkrow has better defenses for some reason. I don't know. So I go into Rocky here just to go for the Wild Charge for the revenge kill. So I'm going to say it now because I'm not sure how much time is actually left. That was an amazing game, SakuraLatias. Day 3 of posting every day is completed. Haha. But sadly, I think I only have one more battle left, so I gotta get shit done. Alright, so I will talk to you guys later. Until next time, peace.